No, it's not.
You're unmuted.
Now I'm unmuted. The first person to say anything was Moose. Moose?
Was it you're a spectator?
Yes.
Congrats, Moose.
Yes, go me.
You have now informed everybody online what they are.
No, I was talking to you.
Oh, well, I'm not. I am the unseen hand of fate. And shit. So.
Ignore me!
Ignore me.
Yeah, y'all. Well, hey, everybody on the internet. This is Team Bonus Action again with Holy Winds tonight. Everybody's back. We're ready to play. You met a god last week. Yeah, y'all met a god and had some revelations, didn't y'all?
Yeah.
What was his actual name? Because in my notes I wrote Elf Jesus.
I mean, it kind of was, if you think about it.
Coraline, right?
Yeah, Coraline.
Coraline? I love that movie.
Coraline. Oh, God, that movie's great. That movie is not for kids.
Well, yes, but no.
There it is.
Always remember the original version of Little Red Riding Hood. Pretty much everybody
Cool
died.
kids.
Look, I am going to show my kids Neverending Story where the horse dies.
So your wife
That's because your wife will laugh.
That is true. She it was one of the first movies we watched when we were dating, and she laughed.
Yeah, she died when the horse.
What?
She laughed when Artax died.
Which is where we get our dog's
I was going to say, I
name.
love that you named your dog that too.
My
just don't let your dog get depressed in a swamp.
He already
Fine.
looks
It only
depressed.
happens in the swamp of sadness. Come on, guys.
Like he already
be
has like the
realistic here.
depressed cur look about him.
Is he trying to give you I could have been an extra in a Sarah McLachlan commercial?
Sure, I don't know what that means, but
in the arms of the angels. Just
anyway, back to Redwell.
That's every other Wednesday.
That's true.
So,
this one day you play Evil Dead or Dark Souls, or I'm shutting up now.
Oh no, I might play Dark Souls just to make you happy again, okay? With my controller that makes me randomly turn back and stare at the camera like Jim from The Office.
I will bring my controller up there so you can play right.
Anyway, so the party had rested in the room that had been previously used by Canon Lucelle. Blocked off the doorway. Decent chamber. Good night's sleep for anybody that actually tried to have it. Nothing came and messed with you. So everybody roll me a d20 and let's see who is the first to wake up. Okay, so
it's not Millarn.
No. Millarn curled up in a ball and just went to sleep next to the humming refrigerator. So let's see, 11, 13, 18, 5. Perry, I feel like you had a big sleep too.
Yeah, probably.
Like, I feel like you threw out, like, y'all got all the bedrolls out that were inside Tarl's bag of holding. And I feel like Peregrine still did the Peregrine nest underneath all the furs on top of a couple of sleeping rolls. But Tarl, you are the first one up. And shortly behind you will be Dreyfus.
Start cooking bacon.
Everybody in turn order of roll, you will start waking up to the smell of bacon. And you just hear Dreyfus, please do not put the meat on the bacon this time.
That was on the eggs last time.
So you all awake to a small fire in the chamber you're in, and bacon.
Oh
being
no,
cooked.
carbon monoxide.
Oddly enough, there's a detector and it's not going off. Everything seems cool.
Or it's out of batteries.
Or
I
the
go
ba-
and check.
Okay, roll me perception to see if the carbon monoxide batteries are any good.
I will do that.
Tarl's got his bellows out and he's pushing the carbon monoxide away.
Okay, with a 20, Gestalt, you realize you're staring at a rock, not a detector at all. Is a carbon monoxide detector. What the is carbon monoxide?
I think I had a weird memory. How are y'all today?
One of the people Gestalt ate was an OSHA agent.
I'm awake.
That's good.
Little patch stick in the Gestalt side that says safety first.
It's true.
Tarl, as you're cooking breakfast, you see Dreyfus stick the point or the flat side of his sword in there to heat it up. And then something I probably didn't mention, but he did have a mark from being a penitent. You watch him burn that off his own arm. Like, kind of like burn off a tattoo or burn off a mark.
Look, I'd heal you, but you kind of did that to yourself, and I don't know if that's like a holy thing for you. I know a priest of ill matter.
It's not a holy thing. It's a holy crap. I'm gonna choose violence and make it the world's problem.
Oh, no,
Which-
no. I'm assuming that we all chose violence when we woke up this morning.
How
Have
you
we ever
feeling
not?
now? You got your powers back.
I chose violence when I went to bed last night.
Have we ever not woken up and
Flatulence.
chosen violence?
Yes.
One time, there was that one
I've-
time after we went to Beer Quest.
I very
No,
rarely.
I woke up wanting to choose violence.
I very rarely do damage to things, so
Tarl holds up his bottle of mead. Anybody want seconds of mead on the bacon?
What?
No, we have to walk like 5 days in the snow back to Oblet.
I would, but I
Or-
think I think I would like to walk and not fall apart at the seams.
I do think want walk.
does he are you like see through?
Yeah, he is slightly translucent.
It's
Do
like
you have like shit floating around in you?
Yeah, you see like the coins are like my gold floating around. You see like some of the gadgets that I would use floating around. If like I'm wearing like clothes, so like you would have to actually look, or I would have to be like completely nude, but like what you can see like in the arm tentacles and everything, there are like little gadgets and gizmos and gears and things floating around.
there's a Game Boy Advanced in there.
That's for cure wounds.
Golden Sun.
I put in Pokemon Yellow and cast Bless.
You know what? You're gonna make jokes about this. I am gonna require somebody in a pseudo cyberpunk game we run to like just be nothing but busting out cartridges.
I mean, I would do that. Like, I've been looking at like the neo mechanical shit lately. You know, like the old school cyberpunk like animations of like little mechanical things going off, or people like hitting like buttons and shit in spaceships. And I'm like, man, that's fucking cool.
If we ever play like a Shadowrun or like a Shadowrun game, then I will play a wizard who all of his spells are on cartridges, that slot into his arm just for Hewitt.
Okay, it's not your arm. It is a power glove.
Well, yeah.
Because it's so bad.
It's a weird way to say awesome.
Don't you remember the power glove commercial?
Son, don't speak of the old magic to me. I was there when it was written.
All right. So, breakfast is being served. Dreyfus is removing the mark of being a penitent. What is everybody else doing? I know, Mularn, you wanted to do something before getting out in the snow.
I'm going to go off to the side. I'm going to take my black mirror, and I am going to. Is the color of the? I am going to attempt to reach my father.
Okay. Do we have mechanics written down for the black mirror from when we were doing the quiet year?
2 seconds. I would, if not, then I will fake it. I will make it up on the spot. That. No.
Why you do that? Are you doing this like off on your own, like by yourself?
I mean, I would start heading off that way. If you can come if you want, but only one person can use it.
No, it's more important that while you're by yourself, I want to pull Arvax to the side.
Ah.
And I'll say, hey, so he really, really trusts you and told me that we need to watch him. He told me that. So
Oh, the thing. Oh, yeah.
yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it'll.
So, okay, here's the thing.
It'll ping me if he's not him.
I'll say something along the lines of, hey, I'm not feeling so great. And then whenever that happens, that'll be the code word. Does that make sense?
Code word for to be watching him, or
He can't figure it out because of the thing. You know?
I mean, if something goes screwy with him with the thing, it'll automatically set it off for me, and I'll know.
Automatically, you don't have to like
No,
figure it out.
that's what we spent like a year trying to do. It won't work on anybody else but him at this point, but it's not like I have to activate something. If all of a sudden he's not what he's supposed to be in some way, it'll
auto pings.
It'll basically ping me.
Clippy pops up. Would you like to smite the undead?
Yep. So how about I say to you, you don't look so good. How about that?
Either way.
Because I'll get the ping, and I think we tried to make it so whatever's in his head won't know, can't fool me. I don't think it can, but if it pings, I'll say you don't look so good to you.
All right. Don't fuck this up.
You don't fuck it up.
Are y'all being?
Tarl's just packing his bags.
All right. What is Perry doing?
Eat breakfast. Also, am I supposed to see something? Because it's all black for me.
Hold on. Do I got everybody?
I see what appears to be Greenleaf's token.
But is the rest of the map black?
For me, yeah.
Refresh, because it should be the map of Oblet.
Okay, let me refresh again.
Because everybody should have. Who put 1,000 health on Greenleaf?
There we go. I mean, it is Greenleaf,
I
so
did that many moons ago.
yeah, it's been like that a long time.
But 53 blue.
That's how many bottles of beer he has in a side pouch.
Wow. Strong boy.
53 blue is his AC.
Lord. The Elder Burrow Dragon. Just out in the field with all the other donkeys chilling. Anyway. So, what is...
But yeah, no, she would have just been eating breakfast and then getting ready to probably brave the cold again.
Okay. Gestalt. It looks like everybody's getting ready. Are you getting your boys?
Yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm checking over the armor, getting them all together.
Colodet's is vibrating just like always. The hum is actually slightly more melodic this time, like Colodet's might be learning rhythm.
It's just playing like he's just beatboxing now. Stop that. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna just watch people get ready. Slide a piece of bacon, and yeah.
Okay, so Mularn, looking into the Black Mirror, you're gonna get somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes worth of conversation,
Yeah, between 3 and 5 minutes.
depending
And,
on resolution, or depending on like connectivity and everything.
pretty much, and then we don't have any mechanics set in, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's essentially
As long as, I think the way we should put it mechanic wise, as long as they're willing, there's not a roll.
You have a collect call from.
and
If they are not willing, they probably need to make I would say, a wisdom save against your spell DC.
sounds good. That sounds good. And then it's essentially it doesn't take a spell slot. It's a ritual.
Yeah, it's a 10-minute. You're sitting there. You're sitting there on a rotary dial in your glass mirror, going, just dialing in your dad's frequency.
Pretty much.
And after 10 minutes, Mularn, you were, but you're not ready for this. As you feel your body jolted, and how far from the rest of the party did you go?
And about kind of like 60 feet. Just kind of.
So nobody else can see you.
Well,
I mean, you went around a corner. I mean, the room didn't have 60 feet across.
yeah, that's true. I mean, it's kind of off to the side. Like I still want to be in view, but I want to be kind of off to the side. That way, especially this being the first time, so that so that I don't have any close enough that they can see me, not close enough that they can distract me.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Everybody give me a perception. You know what? What's everybody's passive perception? Mulak.
Passive perception.
13.
15.
Okay, so 15 for Mulak, 13 for Tarl,
15.
15. 15.
20?
Damn.
So, wait. So Tarl had the lowest? Okay, Tarl, you're packing your bag. You're a little distracted. Everybody else, y'all watch as Mularn is looking at the mirror, doing his somatic and verbal components. The mirror starts to glow, and then he just falls backwards with a glazed look in his eyes.
Was that supposed to happen?
What? What was supposed to happen?
You said you would know.
What are you doing?
Oh,
He's not pinging, but is he supposed to look like that?
Y'all are looking at a catatonic Mularn
You didn't tell me what he was doing.
with the mirror kind of slowly rotating above him and glowing slightly blue.
Lock, what the fuck is he doing?
Magic. Looks like magic.
What is this?
good guess.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
This
Alright.
looks like regular old magic.
So, Mularn,
This is not to drink.
What?
2 seconds.
I thought he was just talking to himself in the background.
I think he's talking to child.
That child went to bed.
You know exactly what that means. We put our child in bed. That does not mean our child went to bed.
He's been doing good even without the melatonin,
Don't
which
let,
I'm buying more of tomorrow.
yep. Don't let Susan know that.
I don't care.
All right.
Actually, it doesn't
You
matter.
good?
Susan.
All right.
So, Mularn, you're staring at your unconscious body on the floor
Huh.
as you hover slightly above it, and the mirror hums and thrums.
You see just the tip of Arvax's boot poke your shoulder.
Yeah, I've done the same thing.
I extend a pseudopod and poke him in the face.
You feel it.
I don't think that's helping Gestalt.
But as they say that, you notice the mirror glows blue. You feel yourself immediately pulled through it and then chunked through astral space at rocketing speeds. You think you might have seen the force of creation in action, and then it end with the force of destruction at the end of the universe. And then all of a sudden, you're sitting in a very nice, high-backed, deep maroon leatherback chair that is familiar to you, because your father had multiple of these in his study. There is a table and a chair on the other side that you watch as your dad plops down from somewhere out of the upper level of existence, looking slightly confused. And you also hear something drumming on the table to your right.
What is drumming? Yes. What is drumming on the table on my right?
If you look to the right, you see a very gaunt elven individual. Very familiar presence. He just looks at you. Oh, don't mind me. I'm here for the ride. I kind of tagged along. I didn't have a choice.
That's surprisingly reassuring, actually.
Yeah, kind of is. Like you haven't talked to me in a while. I felt forgotten. Felt a little alone.
Kind of busy meeting God.
Yeah, I saw that. That was weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like super weird.
Anyway,
your dad is sitting there looking at you and what looks like a lichly elf over here to your side.
oh, okay, good. It worked. I was worried about that. Been working on this. I've been working on this for like a year. We don't have a whole lot of time.
Son,
Don't mind Bo.
son,
He
I really need to know what in the matron's feathery hell is this?
Oh, this is this is kind of a temporary super message kind of thing that I've been working on for about a year.
Did you create a demi-plane?
Basically, kinda. It's you know what?
It's
Don't really have time.
It's about time. It's about time you did this.
Yeah, well, it not super stable. We've probably only got maybe 3-4 minutes left. Are you okay?
I'm in jail.
Okay, just jail.
Yes, I'm in jail.
I repeat, I need to know specifically. You are in just jail.
I've been in prison by the Woven Branch.
Okay. Good.
Your mother has escaped back to the Shadowfell and took some of the household with her.
Okay, good. That's really good. Because things are getting really weird. We met Corlon?
What?
Yeah, that was weird. He's actually not. He's actually kind of tied to a tree. Technically he's sewn into the tree with the other gods of the pantheon
as the thread, and the person who started the theocracy is actually Lolth. And
What?
yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's the only way to free Coralon is to go to the holy the holy center and essentially unmask and banish her.
Let me make sure I'm understanding this right, son.
Uh-huh.
I send you and your brother out
Huh?
to see the
Oh.
world.
Oh, also, may have been a slight situation as well. There is and it's just about 15. I'm gonna look over about 15% chance, about a 15% chance, that we may have actually been triplets. And our brother may have gotten erased from reality. Like I said, very slight. Haven't put the math together on that yet, and not 100% sure.
This is a lot to take in.
Yeah.
This is because I sent you and your brother out because you were being wild, and I figured you could get it out while you were out in the world. And
oh god, I wish I would have thought of that, Chris.
Oh yeah, I also wish the DM had thought about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been funny. But no, it's so I send you and your brother out in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because you were acting fools, and I figured I could send you out, let you take a grand tour and get whatever it is out, so you didn't out the family.
And we did, and we did a lot of good.
You have, and then
we saved like 4 towns.
I'm so proud of you, but we're still in jail because some asshole in the Hebon Diocese had weight to pull and said that my children were apostates and drow of the Raven Queen. And then they kicked in the door.
Technically, it's because he didn't have any power. He kind of got. They shunted him there to get rid of him.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
He started a holy wind. Had a little bit more clout. The house has been seized. The Woven Brands are using it as a base. I am currently locked up in the wine cellar, which means I am at least enjoying the wine.
I mean, that's the thing.
Your mother was able to escape with part of the household.
Wait, you're in the cellar?
They weren't going to parade me through the street just yet. I am a valuable.
You do realize that the cellar is how we would get out when we were in school, right?
I am well aware. However, I am chained to one of the wine barrels. Specifically, that one that isn't allowed to move. The one that just says Mother Juice. And your mother is gone, so she can't dispel the spell holding this in place and keeping me sealed.
Yeah, that's a thing.
So I am stuck here. I am very excited for your magic that you seem to have learned. I'm also very pissed.
I mean, and that kind of pissed but alive is better than the alternative.
What is your next move before this end? And who the hell is this? Bo just goes, Bo of Diaz.
Yeah,
I'm a lich living in your son's brain.
Yeah, that's kind of tertiary. That's kind of tertiary at the moment.
Did you get an undead STD?
Kinda.
But
It's a long story.
Bo starts snort laughing and then tries to control himself.
So it next move is honestly probably not the smartest, but it's kind of our only real play. We're coming.
Hmm.
We don't really have much of a choice. We're gonna see about gathering as much support as we can along the way.
Are you coming here? Where are you going?
Well, if we've got to get, we have to go to the seat of the theocracy. We have to go to the island.
You realize you will die going there directly, right?
Yes, that's why we're not going to go there direct. I mean, we're not going to walk out. We're not going to walk through the front door. We might, depends on what the situation is at the
And
time.
as you're explaining this, you feel yourself yanked very quickly. And then you're in your body staring up as the mirror just drops gingerly onto your chest. Give me just a second. I need to step away. I heard something in my kitchen.
Okay.
It's the
Oh, no.
dishwasher.
Oh, I thought it was you. I thought it was you starting to hork.
No, I'm good.
Okay, never mind.
Dishwasher or horking?
I'm good.
I'm good with the horking. I don't know.
Horking.
Just move on.
Brand new class.
Porker.
Horker meat.
So y'all watches Mularn lets out this massive gasp and kind of pops up at the chest and then sits up, almost like he's had a shot of adrenaline straight to the heart.
Hey, buddy. You okay?
Yeah. That
What?
worked. Okay. That
Is the
worked.
mirror gonna drop on you? Should I grab it?
Yeah, it already landed on his chest before he sat up.
Oh, okay.
He's
I got
good.
it.
He's not pinging anything.
I got it.
You get a mild ping,
Mhm.
and then you hear in a voice from Mularn, "Oh, don't worry about me. I was just entertained fully by what just happened. That was very weird."
Only I hear that, or everybody hears?
No, everybody hears that, but you get the ping and it slowly fades away.
Didn't like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he kind of tagged along.
We gotta get him out of there.
And we got to prioritize shit.
Elsewhere in the back of Mularn's brain is a lich just digging through memories.
So, because your brother didn't explain what the fuck you were doing. What the fuck were you doing?
I was using the mirror to talk to our dad.
Oh, well, that explains it.
Yeah.
I didn't know mirrors could do that.
They typically can't, but after a year of work and some very complex arcane workings, that this one can. I'm going to look at my brother and go, the Woven Branch has taken the house, has seized the house. He is currently locked in the cellar, and Mom was able to get away with most of the household. She shifted into the Shadowfell, so she's fine.
She was always a little more clever than Dad anyway, so that makes sense.
A little bit quicker on the uptake. Is currently to the you know that big cask that says Mothers. They currently have him chained to that, but he's alive.
That's good.
Yeah.
And he's not in danger. He's in
Well,
jail?
he's under lock and key.
I'd say being chained up in like a base of theirs is in danger.
I mean, they have in his words, they haven't paraded him through the city as a heretic yet.
Isn't your
Why?
dad kind of important?
Yes.
Yeah. But so is Elf Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like that's probably why they're not, because they probably figure they'd piss more people off than not doing that.
Your dad
Yeah.
was. Well, hold on. Let me make sure. Let me pull up some terms here real quick, guys, because y'all's dad.
You only came up with them.
I can't. Yeah, and it's. I'm sorry. I run multiple games and I end up confusing things. I almost said Wagwan in this, and that is halfling slang from Lost Seas.
Love you.
Love you too. So, your father, I think, falls into the prior or elder prior. I don't think he's the elder prior of Mott Dries. I think he would fall into the prior or the Moprel, that he doesn't have, like, he has some authority, but he's not the governor, right?
Yes. He would. Yes.
Because I mean, he probably wouldn't climb much higher than that, being a Shatterkai, anyway.
Yeah, and the fact that he got there and was like, cool, I'm good where I'm at, and has kind of stayed where he was, because and hasn't attempted.
Tried to fly under the radar until somebody released a dragon.
Well, I mean, not the dragon's fault.
Valid.
It's kind
Fuck
of the
that dragon.
fault.
That dragon is an asshole.
So yeah, he was it's basically a city. He was a city magistrate, essentially, but he was also well respected and well liked, all things considered. And
So they
Okay.
probably think it looks better to make it look like he's letting them stay there rather than them taking over his house.
yeah, that's kind of a thing.
Also,
Because-
it's. I mean, what's your intelligence score, Mularn?
Probably 20.
All right, stop. Yep.
You're smart enough to realize they're probably keeping him alive as bait.
And there's also the fact that they're probably keeping him alive to try to catch us with him. Sorry, my dog. Sorry, I heard something weird coming from under the table, and it's my dog snoring. So yeah, I mean, and obviously gonna. It would obviously be a trap.
Well, yeah.
So that's gonna be. So we're gonna have to figure out how to deal with that trap. Because that's happening. I just whether my brother and I have to do it alone, that's happening. So I think our
Well, they
next,
do it.
huh?
No, I'm just talking shit.
So I think our next course of action should be figuring out how we're going to get there, how we're going to get to Long Elb,
and
We gotta figure out how to banish her.
that.
We also have to figure out how to do it in a way that people are gonna know. Because if we just banish her and come out and say, hey, it was all a lie, that's not gonna go over so great. So whenever this happens, it's gonna have to be a hella public thing, probably.
And also, there's the whole thing of she more than likely has her closest advisors and guards and a kind of a higher echelon of guys, of people around her that probably know.
Yeah.
So that is something. So post banishing, something else that's going to have to be dealt with is the attempt to spin it to make her a martyr, which would honestly probably make her stronger.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm saying. It has to be shown that she's lost before we get rid of her, or else people aren't gonna believe fuck all.
Right, but if we banish her, how can she gain any power from that, though? I don't know where we're banishing her to, though. Well, I don't even know
Wherever
how that works.
Well, that's the thing. We have to find out how to banish her.
Yeah, he didn't really give us a whole lot of direction.
He couldn't.
Also,
He didn't know.
Is it like it doesn't really matter where they go because they're not from here?
Wherever
just gonna-
losts go, I don't know, but
Wherever the losts roam, that's where she goes.
but
I believe it's called the wide web, World Wide Web.
No, that's a series of tubes.
It's her own private hell.
But I was also thinking, like you said, there's got to be people that know who she really is.
And
But
after
there's got to be people that would, if they did find out, would not be cool with it. Like,
But it's also
like,
not like she's not just walking around. I
well,
would
no, but
assume.
it's gonna be a slim pickings. But someone like Prior just there, she was kind of weird for them. She might be open to learning that kind of truth.
Where did the dragon go?
Who fucking cares?
They
Y'all
might
knew a
have
dragon?
information.
What? The dragon doesn't give a shit.
That
No,
doesn't mean they
we
they
had
were
we
in
had
the like inner core, so they
We-
probably know something.
we also,
Probably not. I don't think they cared enough.
but brother, well, it's not that, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we had come to the realization that the dragon is a fucking idiot.
That
Oh,
too.
yes, we did know a dragon, but it was a pretend priestess.
Yeah. And the
So-
dragon was a dumbass. But if I don't know what happened to just there after we left, but she might be someone that's open to knowing what the fuck's actually happening.
I mean, she did try to get rid of her. She did buy a shitload of penitents to release them.
I mean, if I think of someone who might actually be useful in helping us, she's the first one I think of. I mean, I don't know just how strong her loyalty is to the theocracy as a whole, but she didn't seem too happy with it for the moment.
I think we're gonna come across two types of people. Three types of people: people who don't know and people who don't know and don't care and only want the power. People that don't know and would not like it, and people that don't know and don't care.
And people who do know and like it. AKA Mr. Madad's, that
I
guy.
mean,
What about people that don't know but wouldn't like it but wouldn't do anything about it?
I think that's going to be a lot bigger population than anything else. But
I mean, how comfy is it over there? Maybe, I mean, like your whole homeland. They're like, oh well, it sucks, but at least I can feed my family or something like that.
That's what a lot of normal people are gonna take a stance on. Probably they probably just gonna ignore the actual truth if they were to know it. That's why we got to be careful who we get this info out to, because if we just start going around shouting about it, it's not gonna end well, and we're just gonna look like crazy.
Obviously, we need propaganda.
And that's the opposite of what I'm saying, Gestalt.
No, what we need. Okay, we don't use that.
What about black propaganda?
No, we
What?
use
Dreyfus goes propaganda.
pointed
can actually be
truths.
bad.
Pointed truths.
But
You
it
see,
has
with
to-
black
it-
propaganda, you make it look like the other side, but you make them look stupid,
I mean,
and it's funny.
we're going with let's not get ourselves killed and figure out how to fix things. So I don't know if propaganda is a good idea. I think we just have to be real careful about trying to gain allies with this.
Dreyfus is gonna kind of look around. You mentioned my father. Do you think he actually knows about this?
That's a really good question.
I do think he knows.
I don't know. I
Then-
don't think he. I mean, he's a big shot where he is, but he had a hell of a time crawling up that far. I don't think he's high enough to know that kind of stuff.
He
I don't think he'd entirely be opposed to keep the status quo
he
if he found out.
He absolutely knows. He's the one who called the Holy Wind.
That means nothing. He thinks
was-
it's his religion run by the elven gods to do what they do. I don't think he'd be so opposed to keeping the status quo if he found out Wolf was in charge necessarily, but I really don't think he knows.
I think he
I
would
don't
want.
think he knows, and I don't think he would, and I don't think he would care if he did.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he would just want to keep his power. Also,
That's what I'm saying. Status quo. He's got his power. He doesn't care. He doesn't have to deal with her.
I think we need to kill him, though.
Well, we're all in
Like-
agreement.
Like,
We all need to murder your dad, Dreyfus.
I mean, do we need to maybe get you some therapy or something for that? Like,
Killing him
the-
is probably going to be therapy.
my father didn't let me know he was my father. I was treated like garbage being raised in the Woven Branch. I failed a mission, according to him, and he flogged me publicly and then sold me as a slave.
okay, but
And by the way, he
yeah.
didn't fail the mission as the Elf Jesus told us.
Well, that's good. I guess Elf Jesus does trump your dad, who sounds like a dick.
That's why I feel we need to go back
Yeah.
and kill him.
Yeah, going back right now through the middle of a holy wind is probably not the best idea. Look, I want to go help my family who's got it on their backs and someone else on their other side, but we got to think about what we have to do to fix this as a whole.
Tarl leans over to Dreyfus. You have my hammer.
We're gonna kill him. Just maybe not at this moment.
I just like, he's like, we're going to do it, guys, but give us 5 minutes.
Like, we took a year to get out of there so we didn't get killed by the holy wind and your stupid dad. We're gonna go kill him. I just feel like we need to make sure we prioritize what's actually gonna, save everything and not have evil spider goddess in charge.
As y'all are talking, y'all hear a little scritchety scritch noise, a scritchety scratch.
Fuck is that?
Y'all look in Aspic is with writing with chalk and it's misspelled. It says plans, step 1. Murber. Murber.
Well, yes, aspect that comes along the way at some point.
Step 2. Question mark. Step 3. Prove it.
Prove it? Is that what you're trying to say?
He smudges it and then it's like provite.
Profit?
I mean, I'm pro-vax. Yes.
Yeah, that me too. That's a good idea. A
Pro-
lot of bad things going along.
Have you heard of smallpox? The people I ate have.
You talking
It's
about
not
making
good.
money?
He just puts the symbol for coin.
Money. I mean, that's the least of our worries.
Merber ? Profit.
I don't think money is the least of our worries.
Compared to everything else, yeah.
Well, you have to remember, Aspic
Also,
hasn't seen that
Tarl
much money.
found blank checks. I think we're good.
Y'all keep hearing scritching, and you see that he has drawn big
Yeah,
butt.
but he's gonna demand receipts, and I'm not about that receipt game.
Moose,
Trying
what
to
are-
skim off the top. I'm
Moose,
eating Triscuits.
Stop
I
judging
didn't-
it.
I'm
just
eating
Eating
popcorn, but I
healthy.
do it when I'm not clicking the button.
I was eating cacio pepe Cheetos earlier.
Oh, we still have those?
I finished off the bag.
Ah,
There are 5.
I demand receipts for our money, not other people's money.
not his money.
Dreyfus is going. So where do we go first?
Well,
Other-
first of all, we're going
other
to take
than-
one of those checks. We're going to take one of those checks once we get somewhere that has a decent city with the decent magical equipment, and we're gonna we're gonna kit you out like a sumbitch and your dad's paying.
You see Dreyfus, like his face twitches for a moment. Everybody roll insight. 13, 22, 26. Mulak and Tarl, y'all realize he's trying to smile.
Tarl will reach up and push the corners of his mouth up. That's how you do it, boy.
Are you trying to laugh?
I was smiling.
We'll practice that. All right.
Malak, roll a wisdom save.
Why?
Arvax just told Dreyfus we're gonna practice that, like
Like
with
making sure he knows how to smile. Oh my god.
Oh, you're gonna teach him how to smile, all right?
I didn't have to make him roll. Moose did it on his own.
You should have just kept your damn mouth shut.
I'm so proud
I mean,
of
he
you,
could have,
Moose.
but then it would have been nearly as funny.
Such an asshole.
But I figured Oblet, but where do we go from there? I mean, there's
Ultimately, we have to make it to the capital, but we gotta figure out how to banish her in the meantime. So where can we go to find that kind of shit out?
I think our first step would be Elaine.
Oh yeah, but I'm sure Elaine will say you have to go somewhere else to figure it out or find something.
Well, it's more at that point. We'll have more of a direction than we do now.
All right, let's start with Elaine.
so the first step is just to make it back to Oblet, right?
Correct.
All right. As y'all leave the cavern, I mean, you know that there's something deeper down below, but it's not necessarily your main focus. You look out, and the blizzard that had followed you up here seems to have subsided. And you can see down from Mount Carmel. You can see the lake. You can see the mostly snow-covered village that you had escaped from. And you can see the Vidian River slowly, sluggishly moving through the frozen plains, or the snow-covered plains of this section of Oblet. And you realize you got a long fucking walk home.
Wow, it sure is cold outside.
Little bits of
Is there any wood or debris or anything around we could make a raft out of?
not up here, but if you get further down, you could look for it. But it'll take you most of the day to get back down the mountain, back to the lake and the village.
Did the village have any boats?
Not that you remember.
It had a sled. Didn't we take it with us?
Y'all took the sled.
So we have a sled. I don't suggest we ride the sled back down.
Everybody just gets on the sled and lets gravity take them down the mountain.
That sounds like a terrible
You
idea.
know what? Like, I was looking at getting the robe of not robe of many things, the fucking robe with the patches.
The very useful robe.
I got one, but I don't have anything that would help at this point.
Like, I was sitting here like, I could use a boat, but I don't have it.
I mean, if we weren't going downhill, it'd be one thing, but
Chris, I just remember the robe of useful items being used to throw a boat on top of 3 kobolds. That's how Chris overcame one of my encounters. Here are some kobold bootleggers and rum runners. I'm going to throw a whole boat at them. We're in the sewer.
I mean, you threw an entire building at my beholder spider, so.
I can poke a ball a building. That's not my fault.
You did give us really good magic tips.
Yeah, you did.
That was my bad.
You did. So Country Road is my stand. It just so happens to also be a house. Anyway.
Okay, we still have the sled. Do we just want to pull it with us for now?
I mean, it is a downward slope. Are y'all just wanting to go? Or are we Peregrine Expressing? Or are y'all just going to load up on the sled and just see how it goes?
If Peregrine wants to, I could either help or not add to the weight because I have a spell.
Yeah, no, I'm good with Peregrine Expressing again.
Because I have fine steed.
I'll fly on my broom.
Okay, so Peregrine with the sled with a few people on it. Flying broom.
Look at you with your fancy flying mini.
I know. I actually have, the last 2 times I've remembered I have it.
I don't think Koladets will fit on the sled, but he's just going to glorp onto the broom with Mulak.
Him and all that metal?
It just means that Mulak can't go high. He's going to be more hover than fly.
There's just like just a dirty teardrop.
I was going to stay pretty low anyway, so.
Or if he could fit on my steed that I summoned.
What is the steed that you summon?
I think
Penguin.
Probably
war muskrat.
No, probably
war gorbals.
No, it's a war neutra. It's a war neutra.
No, I was gonna say it'd be like Warhorse, but you remember Bog Unicorns and Dragon Age Inquisition?
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me pull that image up real quick again. Oh yeah, I forgot about that frickin' nightmare. Because it just has a sword going through its head. That's how it gets the horn.
Yeah.
Okay, so
moderately cursed.
So yeah. Arvax summons a moderately cursed horse with a sword going through its head. This undead-looking, boggy, bloated body that was once a Clydesdale.
You came back! Yay!
Artax.
It makes me think of home.
That's right. I'm back. I see you, twin. I see you. I know what you did. Not really.
I think there's something wrong with your horse.
It just stares at you.
Nah.
It just stares directly at you, Gestalt, and it's just internal screaming. Is just the subtitle below you.
Poor guy.
I'm gonna look at Arvax and go, why did you summon Hamantha?
Like a relative. I don't think it's part dragon. That
no.
did not come across, but I could hear it in the other room. What the fuck?
Did that actually not come across?
It was just a blip.
It was a
You're like, "Eh."
Did that come through?
kinda.
Little bit.
But I can either just ride or I can help Peregrine pull.
You could probably carry one other person on it.
I don't think anyone probably wants to ride it.
It just looks directly at Mularn.
He likes you.
Are you sure?
He's not
Are you
trying to
sure it's
bite
not-
you.
Are you sure it's not dying?
I mean, I think that might have already happened.
Sounds like it's currently
Oh
happening.
no.
I should not have given you the free reign to make noises for this thing. I don't think it sounds that horrifying. It probably just sounds kind of guttural. The fuck is that? It sounds like a fart.
That's it.
At least I will summon a damn chicken.
Hey, I could always summon a flock of chickens to convince.
No, our Tuesday night game, our Paladin's battle mount is a war chicken, so it's basically a boat-ass chocobo. Chocobro. That sounded worse.
Bro.
Yeah, it really did.
Dost thou
Here-
even
here-
begawk, brethren?
If you keep getting me as excited as you're doing right now, I might have to choke a bro. Sexually.
Oh my god.
Can we go now? Anyone else want to ride the death horse that can, but can we go?
How many people are getting on the sled? Gestalt, Mularn, Tarl.
Yes, I'm getting on the carriage cart thing.
It's just a big sled, and then aspect doesn't count.
Dry fish.
And the horse is gonna pull it.
I think it's Peregrine.
He's probably stronger
Yeah.
than my horse.
Definitely.
Probably.
I was just trying to get some of the weight off and help if I need to. So she doesn't have to pull so many people.
Dreyfus is going to mimic the same motion that Arvax did and summon a steed as well.
Ah!
Oh, what's it? It says like the exact opposite. Or they're exactly the same because they're in love and think
Oh my
alike.
god, fuck off.
No, it's actually an oversized hart. Like it looks like a caribou.
It's a deer.
And we're going downhill on a mountain, right?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? He summons a giant goat,
A goat?
but it's the Baphomet horned goat.
Oh no, Tarl.
That didn't work.
Tarl just starts tumbling a little bit, gets up.
No, Tarl was gonna try to ride a shield down in a snowboard fashion.
Yeah,
Oh,
you Charlie,
Oh,
Brown,
no,
you,
I
you Charlie, bro, you Charlie Brown that shit. Like there's a boot stuck in a tree.
Yeah, I think that rule states that you succeeded in what you were attempting to a degree in which you were not ready.
We beat
Yeah.
Charlie Brown. That's just Hewitting it, trying to
Yeah,
go
that's
sledding.
that is Hewitt trying to snowboard. Yes, I got a shoe stuck 8 feet up in a tree. Okay, you don't have to bring that up every time snowboarding is mentioned.
Yeah, dude.
Your mama never taught you how to tie your shoes.
I hit the tree and the ground in a tree hard enough to lose a shoe.
Your mama didn't teach you how to tie your shoes tight.
He wears boots.
Cannon's gonna say it a third, fourth time here, Em. It doesn't matter. Let's just move on, and that my snowboarding prowess does not need to be mentioned ever again.
No wonder you don't know about the wagon wheel.
I will beat you with a chocolate cannon.
Here we go now.
So y'all watch Tarl try to snowboard down. You catch up with him about a minute later and pull him out of a snowdrift. And y'all proceed to go down the mountain.
Does he have does he have a chute 8 feet in the air in a tree?
Yes, he does. Y'all have to retrieve a boot. Anyway, over the course of the day, you're going to make it.
Tarl's mama taught him how to tie his shoes.
You know what? But there's a magnetic tree that stole that one boot, so deal with it.
I think not.
You fight the tree and win. So, y'all make it down to the edge of the lake and back to the village where you killed the false Hydra. And even though you've spent a night here, you defeated an enemy here, everything about this place is still eerily off-putting and just not pleasant. But the sun's starting to go down again as you've made it back to the base of the mountain. Do y'all want to push on and risk exhaustion, or do y'all want to bundle back up into the room y'all were in? Because I think you all stayed in the lodge.
You want to bed down?
Probably a really good
Probably
idea.
the safe idea, yeah.
Yeah, probably best. That way we don't wear Peregrine out if we need her.
Yeah. Well. And she looks tired. Tired bear noises.
Adorable, oversized polar bear noises.
You know, if she drinks some of my daddy's mead, she might have a little more strength.
I think she might be a little drunk.
The bear holds up paws and just crosses them like, no, thank you.
Yeah, just the two long bear claws just in an X.
So, if y'all are gonna bed back down in the same lodge, I'm not gonna pull the map back up or anything like that. But give me, who's gonna take first watch?
I will.
I want to take a watch with Dreyfus, so whichever watch that is.
All right, you and Dreyfus can take second. Anyone else want to go on first?
I'll go.
All right, so Mularn and Arvax, and then we'll figure out third when we get there. So,
Fuck.
you don't notice much of anything. It's been a day. It's been like you know what? It's been like 2 years.
And she looked at me.
And I looked at her. And she looked at me. No, I ain't going any further into that opera. Anyway, so Mularn, Arvax, y'all don't really notice anything as y'all sit by the door after refiring up the fire trough in the middle of the room. That you had just a day or two before had been by. Also, this is a room where Dreyfus was like kind of getting his leg eaten. So he goes back to the room Dreyfus goes back to the room that has a bed again. He's like, I ain't staying in this room. Bad memories. But is there anything you want to say to each other as it's not so much that you don't notice anything, it's just everything has left you distracted.
Yeah.
This shit's weird.
Yeah. This is. Yeah.
I wish we were closer to the mainland.
I think this is at this point. I think from this point forward, this may be the least weird it gets.
You're probably right.
And we talked to God today.
Yeah. Not even
today.
Not even like our god, but a god. It's
Does that
weird.
count for you, or?
Gestalt, go to sleep.
I'm sorry. Claire just said that, and all I can think of is, I talked to God today. He said, I'm stuck to a tree, MK.
Actually, two.
I just kind of hope he wasn't bullshitting us.
Yeah, Ken's actually right. It's two gods.
Y'all did talk to somebody else.
That's true. I just hope that he isn't just bullshitting to get out of the tree, and they actually don't want things to be this way.
Coralon's one of the good guys.
I mean, that's what
I
they've been
think-
telling us our whole lives, and look where that's gone.
Well, I mean, also knowing now and looking at the theocracy, I don't think it makes sense when you really think about when you know the truth and you really think about it. It's one of those things where it's that one piece of information that's missing that when plugged in changes how everything looks.
I mean, it never made sense to me the way that they acted. But,
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, my perspective's
that's
different
the-
than a lot of people that are involved. But
But then again, that goes back to it. You're an outsider looking in. It doesn't make sense to you. And
yeah,
it's not the whole raised with orcs thing. It's just in general. When you think about it critically from the outside, or in our situation from the real inside, not what they tell you the inside is, it really doesn't make sense.
yeah. The hard part is getting people to see that.
No, I think the hard part's going to be power leaves a vacuum.
Yeah, my hope is that when he said she's gone, they're out, I'm really hoping it's the instant kind of thing. Like, she's gone, boop, okay, we're back, we're the real gods.
Yeah. I think
But-
that's honestly the only way this works.
Yeah, it's gonna be real difficult if that's not the case, because if we're in the middle of the capital and we get rid of the thing they've been worshipping for 2 millennia, and nothing's there to fill that immediately, we're probably not getting out of that capital.
I mean,
Just being real. First, you gotta figure out how the hell to get rid of her.
so if we find some, there's also the real possibility of win or lose, we may not make it out of that castle.
Yeah, I know. I figured that when I left the Dampwood, so. At least I actually feel like they got a little bit of a path now to do what I'm supposed to do. At least there's that.
Well, I'm glad for you, because everything just kind of turned on. Everything just kind of turned on its head for me.
Yeah, I know. And we'll get your dad out.
Yeah, we will.
I don't know what order we're doing things in yet, but we'll get him out of there.
I mean, honestly, I think that has to be one of our higher priorities, because the moment we make a move, there's a distinct possibility to kill him.
Yeah. That's why earlier I was kind of stressing we gotta be real discreet and quiet about this for as long as we can. Eventually, we're not gonna be able to be, but until then.
we're gonna have to be quiet until it's time to not be quiet. And once that happens, we need to make sure all of our ducks are in a row.
However few we might have.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can find a couple at least.
And then with that, y'all's watch draws to a close, and it's
we are
Dreyfus
then-
and huh?
And we are then eaten by a monster.
Nope. Dreyfus and
Oh no, Gestalt eats all of them.
Oh no,
Where's
the
the
monster was
baking
Gestalt
soda?
all along.
Where's the baking soda?
Now it's a new party. You're the same character, but now you're blobs. The horror.
no.
Oh god, assimilation.
Welcome to the game. Now you are the BBEG. No. So, Dreyfus will get up so that he can do watch with Mulak. Let me open up this character sheet.
How you doing, bud?
He just stares at you like, are you seriously asking that of him?
Like, yeah, like you're doing better. You know, you did the right thing. Now, I don't think you need to have a new god, because this one seems alright.
I think he is my new god.
Oh, has this happened, like, since you've been into god stuff?
What? That Loth has been in charge of everything?
Yeah, like, so you've never actually worshipped the god you thought, right?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain at this point I've been worshiping Loth instead of who I thought I was worshiping.
Rough.
Yeah. So that's Dreyfus's roll on perception.
So, are there a lot of, like, tieflings in religion?
Usually on the wrong side.
Huh. Has there been any, like, higher ranked than you?
No.
Cool. So you're like one of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like to talk very much, do you?
No.
I thought that you were just super mopey because of your like, I'm a prisoner thing, but turns out you're just mopey.
Yeah, I'm just mopey.
Nothing wrong with that though, you know?
I'm still trying to figure out if you're trying to mess with me right now.
I'm really not.
Okay, and Mulak, y'all's
How about
perception.
that Arvax, huh? Okay, now go.
He looks at you. I don't think you're her type.
Oh, I know I'm not.
I'm fairly certain that, Peregrine falls more into that category than you.
Oh, what about old the tiefling paladin buddy? I'm just saying.
Girlfriend Dave.
Wait, you think she's into Peregrine? No, I got a new mission then.
Oh no.
He doesn't even ask questions. He just switches.
She seems to like power and something strong. And
Like
people,
you.
and people who are useful.
Like you. You're all three of those things.
You are trying so incredibly hard with this. Why?
I want y'all to be happy, and I think y'all make a very cute couple.
We're literally
I'll get-
talking about overthrowing my religion and government and killing my dad and getting your dad out of jail, and you're shipping people.
You have a new religion now. And you know what? I'm gonna get the A+ team on this. I'm gonna let Tarl know, and he and I are gonna work together.
I am absolutely terrified about that.
You just wait.
But with your perception rolls, y'all notice that off in the distance, there is a fire somewhere further down the river.
How far?
Like, you can see an orange glow off the horizon down and further away. Like, it's a clear night. There is no additional snowfall. The lake and this village are still partially in the mountains. And as you look down, you can just see there is a red glow from in the forest down maybe most of a day away. But
Oh, so it's a good bit away.
it's a good bit away, which means that's a big fire.
In a direction we came from or headed to?
The forest that's down the river, not the path through the plains that you took before.
Like across the river.
Yeah. Like over here.
I don't have the map pulled up. Get away, character sheet.
Also, Moose, just as a heads up, I had to
Okay.
open my door, so door's currently
fine.
open.
Beware, the belly will come and find you.
She will.
The belly will demand rubs on the tums.
She's already been pretty incessant about that tonight. More smothering.
Oh, it's like Penny, Kelsey's pit bull. Whenever I've sat down and she comes up to me, I'll scratch her head, but then she'll put one paw and drag my hand down and want me to scritch right around her collarbone.
100%. Belly's the exact same way. It's that front chest rubs that she wants.
Like I've not had too many dogs. Like I'm gonna put my whole paw on you and then put force to drag your hand here.
Especially Belly, because she hooks it really hard, so you literally almost can't pull away unless you want to get scratched.
Is that just a pity thing?
I guess it must, because I think they tend to like the same types of rubs from the ones I've encountered. They like the same pets.
My German Shepherd does the same thing.
Dirge used to do the same thing.
It's just a dog thing, except for my dog.
I mean, it's dogs that like chest scritches.
I just think it's fun. It's like no, move your hand here. I know what I want. This is what you're doing now.
And then there's Winston, who just either headbutts you while you're trying to pet him or slaps you in the face with his paw because he can unfortunately reach really high.
Yes, we can.
I need to meet this dog.
Yes, you do.
He's a good boy.
I just like Penny because at this point, everyone now realizes why Penny is barking at me. It is not because she's mad or territorial. She's like, hey, you actually play with me and give me loves. I needs that right now in a massive
That's the
amount.
one next door?
Yes.
Oh, Pity. That's such a cute fucking name.
She's such a good girl. Anyway. So, are you going to let the next watch know, Mulak?
Yeah.
All right, who is the next watch?
I guess I'll do it.
Okay, Gestalt. Anyone else joining Gestalt? Oh, Tarl. That's an 8. Gestalt.
Sorry, I'm looking for. Wow.
They told you there
Oh,
was
no.
they told y'all there was a fire down there, like a big one that could be seen for a while. Yeah, I don't see it. Whatever.
Wow, they lied to us.
Aspic
Just means it's not important.
Aspic just draws with chalk on the wall again. Murber.
No, we don't murder friends. Nope, give me the knife.
It just ploops back into his little gelatinous form, and he tries to hide it, but he's completely translucent.
What do you have? A knife! No!
You wouldn't eat your friends, would you? No.
You wouldn't need a baby. You don't know my life.
I hope not,
Oh
Moose.
Lord.
I hope not, Moose.
Tarl just spins his watch, polishing his hammer and his armor.
I sit there looking out into the void dutifully.
You're just remembering that, like, less than 3 days ago, you met people here, then now your entire outlook on life has changed.
Sure. We can get existential with it.
I mean,
You're welcome.
just think about it. Like, initially, you're like, I'm going to avoid people. They're mean to me because I'm made out of goo. And I might have come from something that ate some of their kind before. And then you met these folks, and you've already met a god and, like, had a fight.
They're telling me I'm going to die on this mission. That's going to be interesting.
So this is, your life has taken a change you don't know for the better or worse yet, Gestalt. And the whole time...
They say it's always good to die young. I don't know how young I am.
You're 3.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, Gestalt.
I'm really young. It's time to die.
Oh, no. Don't say it like that. We're on the street.
If
Kolodets is off to the side, just being everybody's white noise machine again.
so, what you're saying is, if only the good die young, and I die when I'm 3, I'm the bestest boy.
I'm the best. I'm the most legendary.
No, that is not what we're saying. That is not what TBA is saying. That is not the message we're trying to get through.
So our charity this quarter is for the Trevor Project.
Yes, so that folks can get the help they need and find places to stay because of life situations being shitty for LGBTQ+. If you can donate, please do. There's a link down below. We greatly appreciate it.
Because not everybody can go on a mission to save God by killing God.
Yeah,
It works, though.
That's what I'm throwing at y'all at the moment, isn't it? We have to save God. How do we do that? We kill God. Welcome to the Final Fantasy, everybody. This is my TED Talk.
What's your mission? To save God. How are you gonna achieve it? To kill the God that's pretending to be God.
Yeah. Now that you say it like that, this is a Final Fantasy time or storyline, isn't it?
It's just
It
the law of
kinda makes
equivalent
sense considering-
exchange. You got to kill God to resurrect a God.
Anyway, so next morning,
True.
it's up. What do y'all do? Are y'all gonna try to go down the river? Or are y'all gonna try to go by land?
I don't think water when it's this cold is a good idea.
Probably not.
Can I do a search around to see if I can see any equipment that is potentially worthwhile?
You did that before you left the village, and no. There's
I
nothing.
mean, in order to make a boat or a
Oh.
raft or something.
Oh, there's plenty of stuff. There's plenty of wood that you could lash together to make a boat with. Like there's plenty to do that.
Historically, Peregrine does not have a great relationship with water.
Historically, the Fall Guys don't have a good relationship with water.
Oh, actually, it doesn't matter anymore.
Let's just try to.
Actually, hold up. I gotta check some shit on my sheet right quick.
I'm just over here going, I put a river for y'all to cross, and it turned into almost 2 episodes.
We might get to have the Peregrine Polar Bear Steamboat Express. Hang on, let me check shit.
Oh god, I'm
Okay,
worried.
I'm
I'm
gonna-
worried.
Let's just stay out of the water.
She's a polar bear. We can lash the sled onto her back like a saddle and she can swim the river.
That's the fun thing. I don't actually have to be a polar bear this time. Because I think I finally hit a level where I could do a thing. Did I
Okay.
hit the level where I could
Are
I
you-
did hit the level where I could do the thing.
Are
I
you
don't know
gonna
about
you
anyone
turn-
else, but I really don't want to fall in the cold water in armor.
Are you gonna turn into an orca?
I'm not that strong yet.
Orca's not gonna fit in a river.
Don't
They're
you?
not that huge.
They're pretty damn big.
They're pretty damn big, but they're not that huge.
They fit in a Sea World.
That's
Aw.
debatable.
Oh no, they fit. I didn't say that they thrived or lived well. Because that would be a straight up lie. They needed an area bigger than the Sea World to be the bare minimum of the territory they use in the wilderness.
Remember Free Willy? He wasn't actually free.
I do, but I also know there's like at least 3 movies that are parodies of that are not decent to show on TV.
But the movie was about setting him free. That's
And
why
there's a
the
sequel.
name Free Willy came about.
No, I mean the orca that played Free Willy.
It's still
He's
in
not
captivity.
free. Yeah. Or he's
Shit.
dead.
I was going to say, I'm
Is
pretty
he?
sure it's dead.
Is he dead?
I mean, that movie came out like 20 years ago.
Yeah, but
Probably
like
more.
Chris, 20 years ago was 2003.
so 30 years ago.
Why
Yeah.
are you attacking me?
Dolphins can live to be 30.
Well, no,
And orca is a
orcas-
dolphin, to be fair.
There is one orca that they have followed in nature. She's a matron that is probably 115. She's
That's pretty dope.
She's at least 90. Orcas can outlive humans in the wild.
Okay, orcas' lifespans from 50 to 90. That makes sense.
I just know that there's
Keiko the killer whale was a movie star. The real life whale featured in the 1993 Free Willy. It's the story of good blah 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 blah. Died 2003.
Wow.
Born in 1976 in Iceland.
Shit.
Oh, it was already an old boy. Okay.
Orcanus orca. It was 11,993 pounds.
Hey, y'all want a fun fact? Orcas' names come from Orcust, which is Hades, and the Lord of Beasts. So if you ever want to know what Orcus, the Prince of Beasts, Demon Prince of the Abyss sounds like, it's just imagine a very angry dolphin noise.
Orc, I'm an orc.
Damn, we really went off on that.
Yeah, I'm waiting. People were saying they were going to do something.
So yeah, if we want to go by water, y'all can get towed for 2 hours in the water if y'all want.
I'll follow you on land.
Okay, so I will attempt to make some sort of flotation device. I'm more of a smith than a carpenter, but I can try and,
we have the sled. Can we make it more watertight?
The sled is not watertight.
Yeah, we could
You can work on
try.
it, though.
We'll just go by land.
I'd rather stay out of the water myself, because
But it was.
I don't want to sink.
It was presenting a challenge to me. So part of me
I think we have enough challenges as it is, Gestalt.
That's probably true. Let's go by.
Well, if there was a fire last night and it was on the other side of the river, if we go down the river, that just puts us closer to the fire, where on land we can stay distance away from it.
Yeah.
Wait, I have an idea. Everybody, group up, grab hands.
No, not until you give more details.
Group up, everybody hold hands.
But I could do 4 hours of towing
Details.
if we need to.
I'm gonna
Tarl
do
reaches
something cool.
over- Tarl reaches over and slaps him.
I bloop his hand with my tendril.
Peregrine offers her pinky.
What are you doing?
As soon as people are close, I'm gonna turn everyone into essentially Vikings.
What?
It's casting seeming.
What?
Why?
So that way, we're safe. They don't know who we are, what we look like, and we look scarier now. Everybody looks like they've just there's blood dripping out of our mouths, like we just ate a person.
Well, look, I've been
Wait,
riding a
isn't this
unicorn
just-
that has a thing coming out of its face that goes. I'm pretty sure we scare people anyway.
And with my cloak, I get the advantage.
Okay, so wait, isn't this just like
Why
an
are you-
illusion that we can poke through?
Tarl, why are you stealthing away?
Yeah, but it's exactly like your size. You just look like a human. Excuse me, a human now.
I'm just disappearing, so I'm not caught in this melee of his.
No, it's.
So wait, I
if-
had to check something. if I distend my stomach and make a giant ball, does the human also turn into a giant big boy?
I can just change it.
It
But yeah,
just
you just be fatter.
It says you can't change a target's body type, so you must choose a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs.
Right. So I can't change a person to look like a horse.
heard that the horse is amazing.
Yeah, give it a lick. It tastes just like raisins.
Okay, you did this. Why?
That way it looks scarier. That way if somebody sees us, you know, people that had a big giant fire, they'll be like, oh, I better not mess with them.
Okay, I guess. I figure we're pretty big group to deal with in the first place, but
Peregrine seems less intimidating as a blood mouth dripping Viking than her normal self.
Rar.
Did you already turn into a bear?
No, she just attempted to rar, but it was like half-assed. So
It fits this Viking.
She looks amazing. We all look amazing.
so does that mean we're all gonna walk? Because if she turns into a bear, she's not gonna look like that anymore.
I don't care. Then she's a fucking bear. There were badass blood Vikings with a bear. Also, mine though looks different than theirs. He's very clean. He's very regal looking.
I lean over to Mularn. Your brother really likes dramatic shit, doesn't he?
I'm actually, you actually got, I'm Dreyfus.
And
Oh,
I'm
shit.
you know which one is my brother because he looks. Imagine if a Viking was also emo.
I feel like that would still look like what Dreyfus's would look like.
Dreyfus is bald. He doesn't have any hair. He's got a very unkempt beard.
Okay, we're all disguised.
Yeah, Dreyfus has one of the like Skyrim type helmets, so that way his tiefling horns look natural.
Fushroda, can we leave?
Yeah, now we can.
if Peregrine turns into a bear, she can have like Viking beads and shit hanging off of her.
Yes, I will
No.
allow this. I will allow this
Oh,
because
yeah.
it sounds nice.
Yeah, you
Wait a
now look
minute.
like a Viking polar bear.
And like has like metal like chain cuffs or something around her wrists or something.
Yes.
You know what? Yeah, it's all seeming, so it's not real. But yeah, we'll go with that. You just became
is
goth
Aspic-
metal bear.
Is Aspic looking like a Viking?
He just has
Yes.
one little bead
Yeah.
on the bottom of his chin.
I don't think so.
Aspic is a
Any
tiny,
number of creatures. Yeah, if you want me to.
Aspic is a tiny Viking holding two battle axes, just going.
That's the one you really have to look out for.
True.
Okay,
Looks
I'm
like
gonna
He does
summon
have a
Steed
knife.
again.
All right, you have your bog unicorn. That
I guess
night,
Peregrine starts slipping back into the harness thing for the sled.
Dreyfus, you'll also notice has his seeming has a wedding ring on.
Okay.
you are
And there's-
shipping way too hard.
There's a matching one.
That's why he made us Vikings.
No,
We
wait,
can go on a
sorry, I
ship.
forgot. I changed. The polar bear and Arvax both have wedding rings on.
Fuck.
There's just a little clinking noise every time Peregrine moves because there's just this ring that's like rattling on one of her claws.
No, it's not real. It's an illusion.
It's bear-sized ring.
Can we go?
All right, so I
We
need.
still got like 3 days.
I think we're ready now.
All right, I need somebody to roll me a d8 to see what happens.
Not it.
I'll do it.
Okay. Y'all have a clear day that nothing seems to occur on, and you're able to move and keep going down, following along the edge of the river, but not right on it, just, off a ways until the sun starts to go down. No encounters, nothing, just a kind of
Just a
dashing
day.
through the snow kind of day.
Cool.
How long does Find Steed last? Oh, it's till you dismiss
It's
them.
till I dismiss it or it loses all its HP.
So yeah, they were outside all night.
I mean, I probably would have dismissed it, took a rest, and then summoned them again.
To the I don't think.
So I'm assuming you do the pop-up tent. Get the heater
Ah.
going.
I don't think anyone wants to sleep in the snow.
I mean, to be fair, Peregrine probably could, because it
Well-
does that little like igloo thing.
you got fur.
Peregrine just goes outside, burrows under the snow. Next morning, you're all breaking up camp, and she just stands up out of it.
Like the Malamute that like doesn't want to come inside. Just
If
pokes
you're
its head
cold,
up.
they're cold. Bring them inside. I don't want to fucking come inside.
Polar bear. You can stay outside. You're dangerous.
I'll take first watch again.
All right, just roll me some perception checks.
God damn it!
Not noticing anything.
What the fuck? No one else said they were taking watch with me, so.
Nope. Tarl takes second. Don't notice anything, Tarl.
We don't see shit.
Who's taking third?
Peregrine
guess
will
so.
just kind of lift her head up.
Okay.
Her and Gestalt. A
Damn.
Damn.
Damn. Perry's built for some very specific purposes. Gestalt and Peregrine, y'all are looking back across the river. Excuse me. As you look across the river, you can see that off in the woods there is still a fire. Bright enough that you can see it. Also,
Something's burning.
Also, every so often, it looks like the trees are being forcibly moved.
That's not good.
That looks big.
Like knocked down?
No, like something is pushing the trees as it goes through.
Is it coming this direction?
He's currently choking.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Stop joking.
It's pepper in the back of the throat. It's not coming towards you. It looks like something is moving through the trees in the area, and just like almost like if you were to walk through tall grass, how it would move out of the way for you, or when you're walking through underbrush and you push a sapling out of your way.
Mhm.
That is kind of how the trees seem to be moving to you, Peregrine.
Peregrine will kind of look at Gestalt, and she's still in the bear form, so she can't talk, but she'll kind of like give him a look and nod over to it to make sure he sees it too.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Definitely noticed it. You just don't have the same kind of
Uh.
analogy for what you're watching.
Yeah.
It's rather big and
Arr.
on fire.
Or
I'm gonna use my mind palace to see if I can figure out what that might be.
Okay.
What would I roll? Just a nature or an arcana?
This would be more of a nature check, yeah.
I don't.
You do not know what that could possibly be.
because nature is int, Peregrine cannot roll it either.
So,
I mean, she could try, but she has no bonuses.
all right, let's see what Peregrine knows.
Slightly better.
More than
that-
me.
good.
That's weird. That's super weird.
Well, she is a bear right now. Bears
So-
are really good in nature.
So, next morning, as everyone's breaking down the tent, I think everybody's passive is high enough. Some of the trees on the far side look charred. Several of them look charred like 16 feet up, while the rest of the tree down below is not burned.
None of that is good.
That's
I don't think
weird.
that's natural. I was thinking on it last night.
We don't see the trees moving or anything in the morning, do we?
No.
Okay. Was that like where the town is that we're seeing that?
No, the town is to the south, southwest.
Okay.
That it looked like it was moving towards the town.
It just looked like something was passing through the trees. Not necessarily towards the town, but just like moving through.
May end up being a problem.
That's weird. I mean, nothing seems to be coming across to this side, though, to cause problems.
Like, how close is it to us?
I mean, you're probably half a day from the river.
Has Tarl seen anything like this before?
With the 13, you've not seen something that, from the description, something large moving through the trees and burning the top parts, but not the whole tree.
Not much we can really do except keep moving and keep an eye out.
Especially trying to make sure that we're not in a collision course with this thing.
We still got, what, 2 days?
I'm not sure. I rode a keg. I rode a giant walking keg.
You took the express. DM, do we have about 2 days left to travel to get back to Oblet?
2 to 3, depending on weather.
Let's just see what happens tonight. If it looks like it's following us, then maybe it's worth looking into more. But if it's just staying in the same spot, I don't know. We can ask about it when we get back to Oblet.
They might know.
Okay, if y'all are moving out the next day, I'm assuming it's the same riding conditions. Give me another D8. Okay. Mist starts to roll in. And what's everybody's passive perception again?
15.
15.
15.
13.
What
What
was
was
that?
that?
I sneezed.
Okay, I thought someone was like, I thought
I was
someone,
like,
I thought someone was like, oh yeah.
look,
My passive perception is 25.
Peregrine's like a fucking 20.
So, Peregrine, you're the only one that notices this. Everyone else you register as mist. And it's like, great, we're going to be going through this. This is going to start freezing to us. Peregrine, being a giant polar bear and being slightly more susceptible to temperature changes, I would say, than maybe everybody else. This is warm. This isn't a mist. This is steam.
She's gonna slow down and stop and turn back to look at everybody and like half shift back. Do y'all feel this?
The mist?
It's cold, yes.
No,
it's very
no, it's
cold.
not. And she'll hold her arm up, and I'm guessing there's probably a little bit that's like precipitating compared to like what a true mist would.
Yeah, just a little bit. Again, you were more susceptible to feeling the temperature change than everybody else.
Wouldn't people wearing armor notice?
Not really, because that armor has gotten cold, and it takes a minute for metal to start warming.
Well, wouldn't that make it condense a little quicker though?
There might be condensation on it, but Peregrine, you'd be the
Oh,
one
that
that
would
would have
probably
to
do
point
it,
it.
but
You'd
yeah,
point it out.
that's what she's trying to show him. She's like demonstrating like the
Damn, my
Water.
armor's wet.
this is steam. This might be whatever was burning,
Steam?
So you're saying we're right next to it?
maybe.
That's
Arvax
cool.
Arvax is gonna get off her steed and I'm going to open up Divine Sense.
And what does Divine Sense pick up on?
Well, it only picks up celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet.
Nothing pops up.
Anything look amiss?
I mean, there's mist.
Outside of the strange.
No, she
mist?
said a miss, not a mist.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah. Thanks, Moose.
You're welcome.
Nothing immediately strikes you as a mist.
This might be a stretch, but destroy water wouldn't affect mist, would it?
Needs water.
It can.
Do I want to use a spell slot for
I
that?
think
I mean,
it's-
considering
I-
it's
I
10
thi-
gallons?
I thought it was listed in the description of that one.
So we're on open plains, right? We're not like in the woods.
No, the woods are north of the river.
Oh, destroy fog in a 30-foot cube.
Yeah.
Range is 30 feet, so she'll do 30 feet out in front of her and then start the 30-foot cube out from that, if that makes sense.
So,
So like the fog would resume 60 feet away from them.
okay. You do that, and there's just a big empty patch of snow.
Can it destroy the snow too?
I feel like theoretically, but that would
She's-
take some.
Technically,
It is water.
yes, but she said she targeted the mist.
If people are off of the sled, can she pull the sled in shifted form as long as there's like not really many people on it,
Yeah,
just to keep it with us? Okay,
you're just doing some weight training right now.
pretty much. Yeah, she's just gonna start kind of slowly walking forward and keeping an eye out.
All right. Let me double check something. Doop-a-doo. Okay. It's kind of hard to miss after a little while as y'all keep going forward, but the temperature keeps rising and you're starting to walk through the slush of melted snow and mud. It's not sweltering, but you all notice off in the distance red flailing lines through the mist. And then, Peregrine, since you're the furthest ahead of everybody, as you look that way, much further up than these red glowing lines that are off in the mist, you see what looks like maybe 16 feet up, a burning fire.
Up in the air.
Yeah.
There's more of the floating fire stuff or whatever was burning the tops of those trees, and she'll point upwards so other people can see it.
The fuck is that?
I have no
It's
clue.
that thing.
Is it moving or is it just kind of hovering?
The fiery image in the air is just hovering, but it looks like the lines are, these fiery lines off in the distance are wiggling and pulsing.
Is it a fire jellyfish? The fuck?
27 Arcana check. Trying to figure it out.
Give me just a second. I'm typing something up.
All right.
You shall not pass.
Oh no, not a Balrog.
No, I can't. I can't.
Baylor.
I can't throw a Baylor at y'all yet. That if I threw a Baylor at y'all, y'all be like, "Why didn't you just say you wanted to end the campaign?" Okay, so the two of you with Arcana, nothing magical immediately jumps to your mind about like a fire jellyfish. But both of you notice as the lines move and pop that you've heard of something similar to this, of a flail that is used by fire giants.
Ha!
And as you say that, you can hear you almost feel it more than you hear it, of a loud, hot eruption of air being ripped.
Oh, okay.
Peregrine, you have danger sense, correct?
Yep.
So remind me what danger sense does.
You gain an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge to dodge away from danger. You have advantage on dex saving throws against effects that you see, such as traps and spells. Can't be blinded, deafened, or incapacitated for it to affect.
Okay, so it's not you cannot be sneak attacked.
Correct. That would be alert, I think.
Yeah, that's alertness that stops from hidden things. So as you're looking and you're watching this, Peregrine, this comes flying at you. And let's see. And just right above your head, Peregrine, there is this massive pop and eruption of flame that singes your fur but doesn't make contact with you. And you watch as it goes flying back. What everybody realizes is for the split second, you can kind of see this tendril of fire, this whip. It's thicker than Peregrine's arm near the tip. As it pops and this small fireball erupts. And Peregrine, you speak giant, correct?
I do actually. Let me confirm, but I'm almost certain that was the one because I'd put the wrong thing for Yeah, giant.
You hear Peregrine in the most twisted, this like you've spoken primordial before. You know the sound that stones make that is the words of the earth elemental on the ground below you. This is giant, but it almost sounds like the flow of lava or fire pouring down the side of a mountain in a forest fire. You hear, "You damn fool, you missed them. The mistress will be mad."
She's gonna pull out her ephemeral art, grab it in both hands, turn back. Fighting time, guys.
And that's where we'll end tonight.
No.
It's 10:30 and I need to go to bed. I'm sorry.
You're 10:30.
Yes, I am 10:30. Whatever that means. But
Yes.
we'll pick up next week with a fight.
We always do this.
I want that weapon.
Can you hold that weapon though?
I will fucking try.
Peregrine just sitting there holding it with both hands, flailing it at people like it's
I
a
feel
giant.
like that's a little bit of a Kogo response.
See, all I have to do is drop it on the ground, then have one of y'all enlarge me, then pick it up, and then it works.
Yeah, technically that should work.
See, I already know how to beat him. You just hit his ankles a bunch of times, and then he falls on the ground.
Then after you kill him, you cut his braid off, and then that's a whip.
And then also he has a mouth in his stomach, and you just beat that up.
Are
And
y'all
he kind
talking
of
about
rolls around on his shield.
Are you talking about
Yeah.
Dark Souls?
Elden Ring. There's literally a whip called the Giant's Red Braid. That's like a whip that you get from a fire
Oh.
giant.
I
That-
love that guy.
It does very similar to what you're describing.
I I wanted to make something interesting. Also,
You see
y'all
it-
Fucking dope.
y'all have made some discoveries, but the problem is there are other things that are kind of omnipotent in this world.
The discoveries have made us.
You made a discovery, but the discoveries discovered you right back. I
What
stare,
will you do when the
Yes.
discovery looks back?
I stare into the abyss stares back. I make kissy faces at it, the darkness and the abyss blushes. This is not what y'all have to deal with.
A blushing. Is that why it's like super hot? Is because the abyss is blushing?
Yes, is the abyss is blushing because Mulak walked in.
I am damn good looking.
Is nearly as sexy as I am.
Good lord. Anyway, I will turn it over to my wife for all the socials and the upcoming schedule.
Bruh. Well, glad anyone joined us tonight, or if you are watching this later, you can find this and all of our previous episodes of all the goofy shit we do over on our YouTube. Claire, what the fuck did you just post on the Discord?
Fire giant.
That's the fire giant when you
I
get him
don't like
to phase.
that. I
When you
don't
get him
like
to
that.
phase 2. That's his.
Nope.
That's his chest.
Nope, don't like that.
He has an eye. Wait, hold on. His chest is a face.
Yes.
Yes.
What is his
No,
head?
don't like that.
What does his head do?
It's a head.
He's
That's-
It's okay to have a spare.
Oh god, it's Gurren Lagann.
Anyway, now that I'm staring into that horror as I speak, we have our YouTube page, which is the same as our Twitch channel and the same as our Facebook page, which are Team Bonus Action. We are at bonus_team on Twitter, where Facebook and Twitter are the best places to look if you want to know when we are going live. We have coming up. Are you playing your Pathfinder game this week?
Not this week. I'm going to make Hewitt play Dark Souls.
Okay, so he'll be made to play Dark Souls. Thursday we have Tears of Kairos, and then Friday the Brew Boys will be doing their special chicken guessing game, where they will be given several pieces of chicken from different places, and they have to figure out where it came from. And then Sunday, I believe we're doing the round table about. Oop! I forgot to push a button. We're doing the OGL round table Sunday. Am I right?
This one. No. This one. This Sunday is going to be video game surprises.
Oh, okay. Video game twists, and then the week after that will be the D&D debacle thing. So, and then we will be back here on Monday to see how bad we're gonna get our asses kicked. Hopefully, none of them have armor that'll shoot all the power right back at you. But
it doesn't come in their size. They're very upset about it. Someone posted Flame Whip. I am now down. Thank you, Freki.
Yay.
All right. I think that's all from me.
The socials?
Well,
First thing I said.
I missed that. I wasn't paying attention. I apologize.
anywho, we appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us this evening. We hope we're at least a little entertaining. And until next time, folks, don't let your meatloaf